Well, it most often ends up in landfills. When put into landfills, it can then be leaked into our water supply. As a result, it harms sea life and makes water unsanitary to drink.
A mass majority of the 1,704 pounds of garbage can also end up on the side of the road. In this presentation, we'll be educating you on solid waste pollution, which is known to be responsible for disrupting the ecosystem's balance.
Along with the loss of biodiversity, rodents and insects tend to invade roadside litter, leading to the spread of infectious diseases.
Think about yourself and how you contribute to pollution.
As there isn't just one person or organization to blame, but all of us. The leading cause of solid waste pollution is industrialization and urbanization.
People carelessly throw litter around without thinking of the consequences and how it affects our environment and our future. As you can see on the photo on the left, the types of litter includes batteries, tissues, and plastic cups. This photo is taken in front of the Fort Lee Golf Course.
The photo on the top right corner is a picture of a garbage can designed to hold trash. Yet instead of taking less than 3 seconds to throw it away, it left it on the ground, also taken in Fort Lee. Solid waste pollution can lead to more serious problems, including the endangerment and extinction of species.
When we were younger, we used to read fascinating stories. In these stories, we saw creatures such as dinosaurs, creatures we once knew existed. I don't want the children of the future to only know elephants, tigers, and chimpanzees just by books. I don't want to live in a world where these magnificent animals are just creatures of the past, only mere memories. A world where they're only fantasies known to us by children's books.
So really, by polluting our home now, we're destroying our future. Just because we can drive species out to extinction doesn't mean we should. There is no planet B. This is our only home, so we must fight to preserve it.
For the English portion of this project, we decided to create a story based on air pollution, along with the negative effects it has on our environment and those around us.
Long ago, in the outskirts of the kingdom of Trebizond, there lay a land filled with dragons. This area, full of meadows, streams, and magical creatures, was called a Pricity. One particular dragon, Saphira, was passionate about nature. She would visit the fields of marigolds, step out of her cave to take a breath of fresh air, and splashing in the clean rivers and streams. She loved flying in the clear blue skies. However, as the kingdom of Trebizond advanced in technology, created new products and inventions, as well as discovered more resources, the more factories arose. One morning, Saphira stepped out of her cave to stretch her wings and fly. Pollution increases daily as mankind is advancing in technology. She breathed in the toxins of the dirty air. Saphira then fell into the coughing fit. She was confused as to how this happened and why the once clear air surrounding her home was now filled with chemicals. To figure out why all of this was happening, Saphira followed the smog back to its source. She discovered it was all coming from the kingdom of Trebizond. She saw factories producing the filthy fumes. She was disgusted. The closer she got, the more she coughed. Her eyes started to water and they became irritated. She flew back to Apricity and found that the people of Trebizond had started to cut down trees for their own benefit. She had seen her friends flee their once prosperous and healthy home. Saphira was horrified, for she had only been gone a short while and the humans had started to destroy her beloved home. She decided there was no use of staying. She took one last look at Apricity with sorrow before joining the others to find a new habitat suitable for them. After flying for a while, Saphira felt a piercing pain in her chest. Her lungs felt as though they were on fire. She thought nothing of it because she had flew longer distances in the past. However, she could stand it no longer and came falling down. Her lungs were filled with chemicals from the polluted air around her. She could not get up. Instead, she stayed there and waited for someone to find her. She waited, but nobody came. Eventually, she breathed in so much toxic air her lungs failed her, and she died a sad death. The land of Apricity now. The once thriving and beautiful land of Apricity now laid in waste. Instead of clear streams, there was polluted water filled with garbage and chemicals poured in from factories. Instead of fields of marigolds, there were roads from the carriages and factories. Instead of clear blue skies, where you can see the stars, the atmosphere contained toxins, including methane and nitrogen. The land of Apricity, a magical and healthy land where fascinating creatures once lived, is only known to us by stories and books. Because humans decided to destroy it and claim it for their own, humans destroyed it without thinking of the effects it has on others. Remember, we should think of others before we use up land for our own benefit. When we cut down trees, we are driving our species from their natural habitat. When we burn fossil fuels, it releases toxins into the air, contaminating the air around us and others. If we continue with these behaviors, soon ourselves will be endangered. Just like all the other animals we drove out to extinction, we could be next. The end. In conclusion, we see the change begins with us.
We need to control pollution to create a healthy future for the generations to come. Everyone on this planet has a significant role to play in restoring the balance on Earth. Bring awareness about this subject and protect the world from being laid in waste. If we don't change our behavior now, we will become the victims of our own creation.
1,704 pounds. In the beginning, we told you that each individual American makes about 100,704 pounds of trash a year. But what about all Americans together?
1,704 pounds times the entire population of America.
That gives us the number about 1.33 billion tons.
Keep in mind, pollution is increasing as the human race is advancing in technology.
After completing this project, I realized that I can stop using single-use plastics and I can encourage people to pick up trash.
From the information previously stated, and along with additional research, I realized that I can do my share of reducing pollution by recycling items I use often.
Are there any further questions?
Where did you get the character and the city's name for your book? What was the inspiration behind that?
When me and Andrew were coming up with the storyline and characters' names for our English project, we looked up names from movies and other well-known, like, medieval stories.
Thank you. Well, Andrew, I have one question for you then, since Justine did. Which single-use plastics do you use daily that you're going to help eliminate?
Plastic and styrofoam.
Okay. Thank you. Any additional? All right, let's give them a clap on 3. 1, 2, 3.